Hi guys, welcome to A-Level Structuring Devices. So this lesson is on structuring devices for your choreography. So we're just going to go through all of the structures in detail and then there'll be a task at the end. So just pause it and make notes whenever you need to. Okay, let's start by looking at the assessment criteria. So we're looking at the top bands, 7 to 8, and we're looking at structuring of movement material. So what you need to achieve is an exceptional ability to structure movement material in a coherent way in relation to the group choreography and the dance idea. So basically what we want you to achieve is a really thought out structure, a strong structure that will really suit your idea. So you want it to be really clear in relation to your idea and your choreographic intention. So let's start with binary. So binary is AB, it's two sections, and section B provides the contrast to the opening section in section A. So we have our first opening section and then section B contrasts that first section. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Hopefully we all are aware of that one already. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one is ternary. So that's ABA, a development from binary by providing a return to and a reiteration of the opening statement. So we have our binary, so we have our first section and then we have our section B that is a contrast, and our section A is returning to its original state. So thinking of the word ternary as turning, so we're moving from one section to another and then we're turning back round and coming to back to the beginning. So hopefully that makes sense. So we've got A is our first section, B contrasts A, and then we return back to A for our original phrase or motif. Moving on to Rondo. So A is our main theme that is repeated 3 times. B and C are sections in the middle that contrast and create variety. So we have A, B, A, C, A. So B and C are almost passing through our main theme and idea. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'll say it again. So we've got 3 A's, which is our main idea and our first idea, and then we go through B and C that have a contrast and a variety to that. Okay, theme and variation. So this one's quite difficult to get your head around. A theme is stated at the outset of the dance, and the subsequent sections are all variations of this theme. The initial theme is not necessarily restated in its original form. Okay, so A, our first piece, is the original theme that you want to show. So you'll create a section where you just show your theme. Then moving on, you can move on to a different development, but just keeping that same theme that you've originally stated. So making that theme clear in your original A, and then developing that idea into those next 3 sections. So they don't have to be clearly the same. You don't have to watch it and think, yep, that makes sense, they are all related. It's just picking that one idea or theme that you want to carry through to those other sections. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's move on to the next one. So narrative, this one's pretty straightforward. So a sequential structure or form which allows the story to unfold. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. So literally you are in each section developing that story and that narrative. Okay, episodic. So a series of sections presented by the choreographer. The sections can be self-contained, but when put together will illuminate the overarching theme of the choreographed work. Okay, so this one is quite similar to theme and variation. It's quite easy to get them confused. So at the bottom of this slide, I've just kind of highlighted the difference between them. So we've got theme and variations. All sections are a variation of the first. And then episodic, each section is different but holds the same idea or theme. So hopefully that makes sense. So theme and variation is you have your first section, and then each section after that is a variation of that first section. However, episodic, each section or episode even is completely different and can stand on its own, but just has that overarching theme. So the best way to think of an episodic structure is to think of it as a TV series. So just imagine you're watching a documentary on dance, and then each of the episodes are based on a different dancer's story. However, the idea and the structure of the episode is the same. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. So just take some time to write that down, or just have a think and just try and imagine that structure in that way, and hopefully that will help you tell the difference between theme and variation and episodic. Okay, so for the final task, so hopefully we all understand those structures slightly better, I want you to write a short report and identify your own choice of structure. Okay, so consider and explain why you have chosen this structure. So identifying that structure that you're using in your choreography, considering and explaining why you have chosen it. So just make sure that you're making reference to your choreographic intention and your use of choreographic devices. That's really important. So we need to see from your structure why you have chosen that in terms of your choreographic intention and choreographic devices. So they should all link and show a clear, fluid relationship between each other. Thinking, how might these things support your choice of structure?